All right, you asked, I delivered. One of the things that everybody's been asking me for God knows how long now is to do some videos on sales. So in the next 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks, we're going to cover the 4 major things that you need to look at when we're talking sales. Let's get started. All right. So the first thing we need to be talking about is what your process is. I know I've spoke about this to some degree in the past, but not really gone into why you should have a process, what that process should look like, what that does for your prospects. So we're going to really dig into this. Rule number 1 in this video is you need to sit down, pen, paper, take some notes. What are your action points that you need to do today? So the first thing, really what you've got to understand with a process is, number 1, it needs to be documented. So what is your documented step-by-step process right now on where you start a prospect from engaging with you and how they then become a customer of yours? I want you to do that right now. Now, for those of you that have just done that and it's 3 steps, 2 steps or less, you really need to put some work into place. So let's look at some top tips that you need to look at when you're thinking about a sales process. First thing is, it's a journey for your prospects. If you're not putting your prospects through a journey and they're not enjoying that journey, the likelihood is they're going to go somewhere else. If you think about it this way, the majority of people that will say that they lose business to competitors, they always say it's down to price. When we really actually look at the facts, it's not price, it's perceived indifference. So people will perceive that if they do business with this company, they'll get a different outcome. And that's because of their experience. So some things to concentrate in your process is questions. What questions do you ask your prospects at what stage to ensure that they're excited about doing business with you? Remember to focus on your outcomes. The first step may be an inbound phone call. So somebody rings your business and they're interested in doing business with you. Now, most people at this point in time will do one of 2 things. They'll deliver a price or they'll go and have a meeting with them to deliver the price, without necessarily getting some of the key information from them about what it is that they want. So today's top tip that you've got to implement into your business is ask of every single prospect this question. Just before we get started, is it okay if I ask you some questions? Now those questions are all about why they've got in touch with you, what the ideal outcome is for them. So let's say, I don't know, Dave, think of a business, tell me a business. Window cleaning business, okay, great. So if that's a window cleaning business and you just received a phone call, just so I can help you best, is it okay if I can ask you some questions? What is it that made you call the business today? This way you're going to find out if they're in one of 2 camps. Either they don't have a window cleaner right now, or they've got a window cleaner that they're not very happy with. It's really important to understand where they are, because then you can alter what it is that you do to give them the journey that they need. So if it's, I've got a window cleaner and they're just not that reliable. Okay, so what is it that you're looking for from a window cleaning company? What's most important? Is it reliability or is it price? Do you think that's a really good question to ask somebody early on in your sales process? What's valuable to them? Now, if it's reliability, you might want to think about using some testimonials as part of your sales process. Maybe sending them something in the post with 2 or 3 before and after pictures with what the customer said about you. So step 1 is inbound phone call. Step 2 might be an information pack sent about your business. Again, this doesn't have to cost loads and loads of money. It's perceived value that you're adding here. Just because you've gone out of your way, sent some information, a confirmation letter, looking forward to seeing you on this day to have a look at what windows you need cleaning. I thought you might be interested in what Mr. and Mrs. Smith also said about Whale window cleaning. By the way, here are their contact details should you wish to contact them. All of a sudden, price has gone out the window slightly because they're interested in the value that you're offering to them. Stage 3 might be a confirmation call, and that confirmation call might be, would it be okay if I was to outline what we'll cover in the meeting when I come and see your house? That might be, I'll look at what you've got, how many windows have you got, and then I'll send you a proposal in the post for you to pursue. Again, think about this laterally, not literally. Don't take all these steps and go, this is the perfect sales process. You've got to think of what the one is for you. When you go and meet with them, I am also going to do a video on what your presentation and how to build rapport should look like as well. That might be the next part of the sales process. The 5th part might be that you then send a quotation out. The 6th might be you send a thank you card for meeting them. The 7th is that you put a follow-up call in to ensure that they've got all the information to make an informed decision. Instead of just, I want my windows cleaning, that'll be £6 a window. All of a sudden you've got perceived indifference. You are now different to every single person because you've just gone and put 6 or 7 simple stages in place to help your prospect make the purchasing decision that they need. So top tip for today is if you've not got a process, start documenting it. If it's not more than at least 4 or 5 stages, you're losing out on a conversion. I'd love to see your comments below on what yours is. Email me on LinkedIn or send me an email. My email address will pop up in a little bit. What's your sales process? And maybe I can give you some top tips on how to improve it. See you on the other side.